Well, the president reverses course for the second time on his intention to wind down America's longest war. President Obama announced today that nearly 8,500 troops will remain in Afghanistan long after he leaves office. A decision from a commander-in-chief who came into office promising to end the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan. Correspondent Kevin Corke reports from the White House tonight on the strategy shift that will carry over to the next administration.
I'm announcing an additional adjustment to our posture.
Saying the security situation there remains precarious, President Obama today announced that he would keep U.S. troop levels in Afghanistan at 8,400 through the end of the year. That's some 3,000 more than previously planned.
I'm reaffirming the enduring commitment of the United States to Afghanistan and its people. The decision I'm making today can help our allies and partners align their own commitments.
Flanked by his defense secretary and chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, the president said greater U.S. force levels would better position the next commander-in-chief to execute the plan to train and assist Afghan troops while supporting international counterterrorism efforts against the Taliban. And while the number of Americans in Afghanistan has dropped significantly since its peak in 2011, this latest drawdown revision is the fourth change to the administration's plans since May 2014. On Capitol Hill, reaction was mixed. Republican Senator John McCain, chairman of the Senate Armed Services Committee, said the decision to retain 8,400 U.S. troops in Afghanistan into next year is certainly preferable to cutting those forces by nearly half.
It's rather ridiculous that the Commander-in-Chief of the United States would decide that we can only have no more than 8,448 individuals on the ground in Afghanistan.
Texas Congressman Mac Thornberry is chairman of the House Armed Services Committee.
What it tells us is this is a political number. It's not a number to achieve success.
But success in Afghanistan has become increasingly difficult to define. Experts say that while the Taliban control large parcels of territory in the mountainous nation, changes to the rules on airstrikes and this latest policy shift should help the U.S. and, in turn, the Afghans themselves.
Today's announcement is an important boost to the national unity government in Afghanistan and will help boost the confidence of Afghans that the international community led by the U.S. is not abandoning Afghanistan.
Of course, all this coming just ahead of the upcoming NATO summit in Poland. One thing the president did not mention today, Shannon, cost. It will cost more money to have more troops in Afghanistan into January. That means the White House will have to go once again to Congress for more funds. But keep this in mind. Since 2002, they've already appropriated more than $62 billion. Billion dollars, that is. If you can imagine that, for Afghan security forces, which means this could be a rather tough sell to come. Shannon?
We will talk about it with the panel. Kevin Corke live at the White House. Thanks, Kevin.